Joining me now to give us the latest on the royals is commentator and host of the To Die For daily podcast, Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, Prince Harry and Meghan's biographer, Omid Scobie, is reportedly devoting an entire chapter to Prince William in a new royal tell-all titled Endgame, inside the royal family and the monarchy's fight for survival. The Sussex's unofficial spokesperson, who published a sneak peek of the chapter headings, warns the book will reveal moments the royal family should be ashamed of. Kinsey, are Harry and Meghan trying to burn whatever bridges remain with Prince William and, frankly, the rest of the royal family?
I mean, professionally, I feel that way about Omid Scobie. It's like he's realizing that he hitched his wagon to two people that just are never going to find their way back. So he's going to burn bridges as well. You're right that the title is Gloves on Prince William, Heir to the Throne. And what's really scary, Rita, is it comes right below the title Race and the Royals, Institutional Bigotry and Denial. And so it does hint that perhaps he's going to name that alleged royal racist, which I don't know if you remember Harry denying that they ever accused a member of the royal family of being racist. He said, what was it? He said it was, I don't even remember the funky term he used at the time, but it was unconscious bias. I mean, the silliness of it all. But it does seem like go for Prince William's throat. And if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Prince William.
Well, they have handled this very well, and it is not an even fight, because one side can go and do all these podcasts and have their spokespeople and do these tell-alls, but the royals can't. They can't hit back. They can't say, well, actually, Meghan did this and then Harry did that, and this is why they've fallen out. Now, the Sussexes do appear to be polishing up their Hollywood credentials, though. We saw footage of Meghan partying the night away with the Hollywood A-list, the likes of the Kardashians. Lizzo was there, Katy Perry. This was at a Beyonce concert. This was a bit of a highlight, you would have to say, for Meghan, because this is the crowd she wants to be a part of.
Rita, Meghan loves that headline, but is that a legitimate headline when we did see Jeff Bezos in the same space? We did see Kim Kardashian in the same space, but and all of those people taking photos, taking selfies, and Meghan gets a picture with Kelly Rowland. I mean, when I think of Kelly Rowland, I think of her in the Nelly video, on messing with some Microsoft Excel spreadsheet over a text message. I don't even think of Destiny's Child. She didn't necessarily get a picture with an A-lister, if you know what I'm saying. I think these are headlines that Meghan is instigating because she's trying to fight back conversations that you and I have personally had about Hollywood distancing themselves from Harry and Meghan because they are toxic and they are troublemakers.
Well, there are reports also that she may emulate the Kardashians. Meghan may become an Instagram influencer. She's already tried to emulate them, I guess, with that documentary series for Netflix, that god-awful boring thing that really was a reality series. It was just a boring one. Can you see that in her future, where she becomes an influencer who gets a fee per post or has some sort of a website like a Gwyneth Paltrow, a lifestyle type of website, because the Netflix and Spotify deals don't seem to be working out. The content just isn't there to justify those deals continuing.
No, I absolutely think you're right. And Meghan needs some of that Kardashian celebrity, some of that shine, which is why I'm predicting right here and right now to you and only you that a Kim Kardashian, Meghan Markle collaboration is on the horizon. Recent polling says Meghan is at her lowest in the States, -2. She's never been that low in America. I think people think she's vapid. And, we are still seeing Harry pursue charity and philanthropy while Meghan is grinding and bumping to Beyonce. So I do think that she's going to pursue that celebrity lifestyle. And how easy is it to send a tweet? Obviously, her work ethic is lacking. From what Spotify specifically told us, it's easy to send a tweet and get $5,000 for saying you like a lip gloss.
Well, yeah, that would be a lot simpler than coming up with content for a podcast. Now, Meghan has been pictured by the paparazzi whizzing around in her Range Rover while Harry is away in Germany to promote their Invictus Games. Now, some uncharitable souls have suggested here that this is Meghan's way of getting some of that spotlight because she doesn't like it when it's just Harry getting the attention. Surely that's not the case. Surely, Kinsey.
Sure. No, she would never do such a thing. No, I mean, I do think that she was a working member of the royal family long enough to know that she should be laying low right now for Prince Harry to have the spotlight. Rita, this is the only legitimate project that Prince Harry has, the Invictus Games, the only thing that from start to finish is considered a success that people admire. And to be like, yeah, I think I'm going to run through the In-N-Out drive-through and have someone conveniently take a picture of me from inside the restaurant to magically snap me in the drive-through window. It's a little off. It makes you wonder if there's any method to the madness, because all eyes should be on Harry, because I just think that right now their brand is a mess, and it's the one thing they've got going for them that makes sense.
Now, this story raised a few eyebrows last week. Amid the anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II's death, reports emerged of how Meghan tried to insert herself by the monarch's bedside in her final hours, despite the palace forbidding it. The Telly reports friends of the Prince of Wales revealed before the anniversary how the Duke and Duchess of Sussex attempted to bypass the palace's official decision over who was welcome to be by the Queen's deathbed in her final hours. It was insane, a Wales insider said. They had just spent 2 years slagging off the entire family and calling them racist. Harry had completely betrayed William, and he was holding the memoir and the Netflix series over them as well. Wow, that really gives an insight into some of the dynamics in the family at that fraught time.
Yes, here in the States, we call that delusional. The fact that you think you would be welcome at the Queen's bedside as she is passing away. They even go as far as to claim that Harry and Meghan's press team released the fact that Meghan would be attending to force the royals' hand. That's not the way it works. You do not force these people's hands at such a difficult point in time in history. And not to, focus on the past, but don't forget Katie Nichols reported at the time that the Queen had reached out to them in her dying days and asked to spend time with them, and they rejected her. So the idea that they're going to jump on a plane and make sure they're packed going to spend the Queen's last moments with her, get over yourself. No, thank you. You are not welcome.
Now, finally, President Donald Trump has said that he'd like to debate Meghan Markle on live radio. Let's have a listen.
If you were to sit down with the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, and Prince Harry, they don't like you much. Would you do that for the ratings?
Well, I don't know that they don't like me. I said that I don't think they're very appropriate, what they're saying, what they're doing.
But, I mean, that would get ratings, wouldn't it?
Oh, if you want to set it up, let's set it up. Let's go do something. I'd love to debate her. I would love it.
You know what? I'll be in on that. That would be something... the ratings would be sky high. Meghan versus Trump. Can we make it happen, Kinsey? How can we make it happen? We keep hearing Meghan has political ambitions, and what better way to get your credentials than to go head to head with Donald Trump, the #1 enemy of the Democrats?
You're right. I was just thinking you and I would be front row with our popcorn ready. And Megan, I don't know if you have noticed, but whenever she's accepting an award, because really that's, unless she's filming a reality show, she's accepting an award. And that's the only time we hear her talk. She talks in these like very generic sound bites. Even this idea of her going this entertainment route, the lead to love, live, laugh, love. She talks in like things you'd find on a bathroom mat in one of those discount stores. She doesn't ever really expand on anything and talk and show us what she's truly about. It's just she has these buzzwords and these buzz causes that she attaches herself to. So Trump would destroy her. Trump is vicious. He's a lot smarter than she is. I mean, look at the brand he's built for himself. And look at the brand the royal family gave her that she's managed to destroy. So I think it would be must-see TV. And you and I, right there, front row, enjoying our popcorn.
I would be there even if it was just audio, if it was a radio debate, but if you could televise it, oh my gosh. But you're so right, and I think what would be the most thrilling bit is the nickname he's going to give her, because he's expert at that. His nicknames stick. He very rarely gets it wrong. And we call them the Ginger and the Whinger, and he'll blow that out of the park. He'll come up with something that you'll go, genius. Obvious, but genius. Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.